Let's go into a gold mine and see where gold comes from. Consolidated gold mines. Here we are in Georgia. Some flowers, some old rinky-dinky stuff. Welcome prospectors to Consolidated Gold Mining Company in Dahlonega, Georgia. All the supplies you need for gold panning. Well, it looks like here we have ourselves some gold. Gold for souvenirs? Well, I don't use that gold for souvenir, but it's gold. Gold flakes, though. A gemologist, transforming your uncut stones into beautiful jewelry stones.
Yes. What?
Some days it's tougher than normal, but all right, friends. Again, my name is Jason. We're gonna head underground. There is a lot of doors in this building, a lot, but this is the only one that I know of that I'll try to swing back and hit the friend behind you. Okay? So y'all please hold for them as you make your way out. I'm gonna hold on to it just for a second, and then I gotta let go of it. Yep, there we go. There we go. All this way, friends. Got the steps and all the way down. Coming. That's where Todd goes at. Long drive. Long drive from Cleveland, Georgia. Friends, where are y'all from?
We're from Spring Hill, Florida.
How about everybody in the back? Where's everybody from?
New York. New York.
You guys met? You're Yankees fan.
Doesn't matter.
Never heard that from us before.
Yeah.
Friends in the back, where's everybody from?
Georgia,
Okay, which part?
Atlanta.
Welcome up. All right.
Loganville.
You say Loganville?
Loganville.
All right. Friends, again, my name is Jason. We're going to make our way underground. It's 55 degrees year-round underground, okay? Feels really good under there. Before we get started, just a tad bit of history about this gold mine. It opened in the year 1898. That is 70 years after gold was discovered here in the state of Georgia. Now, it was only open for 8 years. That's because in 1906, they actually went bankrupt here. Now, when that happened, what they did is they blasted the entrance shut to this mine, mainly to keep people out of it. What actually happened? This mine flooded, and it was flooded until the 1980s. And that is when all the water was drained out of the upper level. That's because they were getting ready to mine here again. However, in the 1980s, the price of gold plummeted. It actually went down to around $300 an ounce. It was at that time they decided to give tours. So in 1991, 30 years ago exactly, we gave our first tour. Okay, so that's what y'all are here for today. This is one of the largest hard rock mines east of the Mississippi River. Miles of tunnels down here. Today you only walk for a quarter of a mile. At any time you got a question, let me know. One of the largest veins of quartz ever found found right here. Happens to be our first stop. It is going to be beautiful. Take a peek.
You can wait first because somebody's there. She's fine. How she go? Oh my God.
This reminds me of a scary movie.
Well, you're the black man only here, so you're gonna die first. Sorry.
Hundred ounces of gold. Well, today's gold value is actually worth close to $2 million. And it was found in one single day, right there in front of you, okay? So they found a whole bunch of gold hanging out right there, all right? Tell you what, I am going to take us further on when they found more gold, but we got to use steps, okay? Steps are mandatory. If you want to use the handrails to hold on to, you're more than welcome to.
Damn. I think somebody fell.
Well, then we find it in the next one.
Get set up.
Tell some. What I'd really like to do though is show you exactly what these miners were looking for down here. What I'm going to show you is the reason they spent 8 years underground blasting miles of tunnels, and it's got a little bit of gold still left in it, okay? We got our flashlight. Let's go and turn our flashlight on. We'll put our flashlight here. Now what we'll do, friends, is move our light to our right-hand side, okay? What you're going to start to see is a really large piece of white quartz rock. Now that right there is exactly what these miners are trying to find. Because all the gold they're finding, it's actually inside of the quartz, okay? The gold they're finding underground, a lot different than gold we normally think of. We love to think of gold probably in a nugget form, maybe in place of gold. However, they're actually finding gold in a powder form underground. And they call the powder gold flour gold. And the reason they did, well, they told us each piece of gold they're finding, it was the size of a piece of baking flour. It is really, really tiny piece of gold. So what we'll have to do here throughout the mine is drill a bunch of holes, fill those holes with dynamite, then they're going to blast all that quartz out. And eventually they took the quartz outside the mine, and that's where they started a really long and dangerous process. Get a tiny, tiny piece of gold out of that quartz, okay? But that white quartz right there in front of you, that's the reason they spent 8 years underground, okay? So if you head to the mine today, friend, y'all keep the quartz in mind for me, okay? Tell you what, I'm going to take us further down, but I got to get out front. Actually, used to jump down there. Figured out getting told to jump down there.
Well, it's not scary.
Road less traveled. It's the best. Wish on it. Wish on it. Yeah.
Now, later, you don't see some bodies down there? There's a body on there. And you'll see the big one here. And up here, there's another body. Yeah, I call it the second one. Some of the tools we want to check out are tools that put these holes right here in the rock. Does anybody want to tell me what they're going to fill these holes up with? Anybody?
Dynamite.
That's right, dynamite. They're almost going to completely fill those holes with dynamite. First couple tools are these tools right here. I am certain that we all know what this is, at least I hope we do. It's a hammer, it weighs about 5 pounds or so. The miners, well, they had an interesting name for this tool. They refer to this as a hand steel. The reason I think they call it a hand steel, I think it's because someone had to hold it still with their hand. Normally I'd be picking one of you to be that someone, but y'all are still in luck. Given our current circumstances, I still try to hold it for myself, okay? For a miner to do is hold it just like that. The other gold miner is going to swing the hammer and then really hope that he hits that really tiny little area. Now, friends, every time they hit the hand still, the miner holding it, we've got to turn it, okay? Just like that. And I'm going to show you what it's going to look like. So they're going to hold the hammer, they're going to swing the hammer, and we're turning it, just like that. Now, the reason they're turning it is the end of it's shaped like a star, okay? So every time they make that turn, they're actually crushing a little bit of rock, and that's how they make the hole deeper and deeper. Now, when the miners work down here, they told us they had to work down here for 12 hours a day, And during that time, they actually had to drill 2 of these holes. Now, friends, on average, each one of those holes, they are around 6 feet deep. With these tools right here, they averaged about 1 foot an hour in the rock. It is absolutely very slow. And for the first 2 years they worked here, this is the only type of tools they had. Okay, so at the very beginning, it's going to be really slow. Now, in a few minutes though, I am going to show you a way that makes it a lot quicker, but a lot more dangerous. Okay? I'm going to take what I think is the neatest spot down here, but let me get out front again. We're going to travel a short distance this way. Keep going in, friends. Good. All right. For 12 hours a day, stand behind the pump, they're going to push it forward, pull it back, push it forward, and pull it back. Now, every time they be doing this, they're going to be taking a little bit of water from down there and bringing it up to here so that water could eventually flow outside. Now, even to this day, we still have to pump water. If we do not, that water down there, it'll slowly start to rise. It'll actually flood the level we're on today. However, our way is a lot easier. We put a submersible pump down there. We also put a floater on that pump, so when that water gets to a certain level, our pump automatically turns on. Now, if I did not have the pump, I guess I'd have to fix this one here and find someone to use it for 12 hours, even if I did.
Look like I see something in the water.
You'd be like, if there's any ghosts.
Yeah.
I see like 3 other people walking with us.
Whoa, Jimmy, look up.
There's still some on Highway 9. You can see where some people have barns still painted opposing Walmart. People painted their farms in opposition to Walmart.
Count 3.
Go for it.
1,
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Oh.
Now, does anybody?
Howdy folks, welcome to Consolidated Gold Mining. I'm going to teach you how to pan for gold. Now the gold pans you'll be using today are just like the gold pans they used back in the first gold rush. And to get started, what you want to do, you want to take your gold pan, with 2 hands, fill that gold pan completely full of water, then bring it right back up. Now once it's full of water, you want to take your gold pan and shake it from left to right, right to left. And as you're shaking it, you'll notice a red line that we have drawn around the pan. Now that red line is going to help you. What you want to do is while you're shaking your gold pan, gently tilt that gold pan a little bit away from you and work that sand up to that red line, but not past it. You do not want to lose any sand while you're above the water. Now after about 5 or 6 shakes, shaking to that red line, you want to stop shaking, and with both hands gently take that gold pan and push it straight down in the water and straight back up. And you'll see a little bit of sand leave the gold pan. Now, it's going to take a little while to do. You just want to shake, 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 and gently wash away that sand. Bring it back up, shake, shake, shake. Remember, put in a little tube so you can take it home for a souvenir. Now, after you're done with your gold panning today, you might want to try out some gemstone mining. We have a wide variety of buckets for you to choose from.
Alright, and once you have it to march, shake it until it gets to the red line. And once it gets to the red line, hold it out here, shake it again.
Don't waste things today.
Then down. Not tilt it.
Hi, Sophia.
Like tilt it down towards the water. Yeah, like that. And then shake it. Try and move the sand towards the red line, but not spilling it.
Beautiful.
And when you get out of water,
You want to do it yourself?
give it back in.
Come here. 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 Sophia, here. Here. Yeah, hands. What else? Oh, let's go. Here. Why not? Almost.